Hi everyone, and welcome to the DNet Studio. No, today we're not in the DNet Studio in Galela. Today we're at Evelyn Tattoo in Marina de Campo. But why are we in a tattoo studio? Because today is my birthday as well as Christmas Eve, so I decided to give you a gift with an extra video. Together, we'll explore a fascinating and storied topic, sailor tattoos. And what better way to talk about tattoos than by getting one from Eddie? Let's get started. The word tattoo comes from the Polynesian root tatau, but sailor tattoos have origins that go back to the first European explorers, so long before the famous James Cook got tattooed in Tahiti. For sailors, tattoos weren't just decoration, as they're often seen today. In fact, every symbol had a special meaning. Sailor tattoos served as protective talismans, marked important milestones, superstitions, and a deep connection with the sea. Tattoos became a travel diary etched onto the skin. One could talk at length about the fascinating history of tattoos, but this short video wouldn't be enough. So let's take a look at the main symbols and their meanings. Guys and girls, I want to take this opportunity to say that our HiNelson community is really growing, so thank you all for the constant support you give us on this adventure, which has now been going on for 5 years. One very important thing, HiNelson Academy is a free service for enthusiasts, but also for anyone who wants to get into boating in general. So if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. This way, you'll stay up to date on every new release, and you'll also help us keep our already large community active. The anchor is one of the most iconic symbols among sailor tattoos. Historically, an anchor signified crossing the Atlantic, or more generally, having reached a safe harbor after a long adventure. For sailors, it also represents stability and safety, a fixed point in an unstable world like the sea. It also symbolizes loyalty and a deep bond, not only with the sea, but also with family or a loved one. Swallows are tattoos rich in meaning and tradition. Each swallow tattooed represented 5,000 nautical miles traveled, a mark of experience and seafaring skill. But there's more to it. These birds, which migrate long distances but always return to their nest, also represent the desire to come home safe and sound. For some, it was a symbol of protection, almost a good luck charm during the most dangerous journeys. It is traditionally tattooed on the chest. The mermaid embodies a mysterious allure of the sea and the irresistible call of adventure. However, it also has a darker side. For many sailors, it represented the seduction and hidden dangers of the sea that could lead to ruin. A mermaid tattoo was a way to acknowledge the power of the sea and a reminder to respect it. The lighthouse is a powerful symbol of guidance and protection. For sailors, it was a sign of a safe light in the harshest storms, a landmark that pointed the way back to shore. Again, the lighthouse tattoo meant carrying with you the hope and certainty of finding a way out, even in the most difficult situations. These symbols were closely tied to navigation. The compass, often stylized with a nautical star and a windrose, represented direction, safety, and protection against the risk of getting lost. Sailors believed that these tattoos would help them stay on course, both in a practical and metaphorical sense. This symbol was typical among cabin boys, the younger and less experienced sailors, and indicated their skill in manual tasks on board, such as handling ropes, rigging, and tying knots. It was a sign of belonging and usefulness within the microcosm of a crew. A fully rigged sailing ship was not just a spectacular tattoo, but a symbol of a great achievement. It represented the crossing of Cape Horn, one of the most important and dangerous trade routes in the world. Sailing those stormy waters was a feat that few could boast of, and the tattoo celebrated the courage and skill it required. Tattoos like the shark and the sea dragon represented strength, courage, and endurance. These animals were seen as masters of the sea, and tattooing them on oneself meant claiming a connection with that same power. Sharks in particular were symbols of protection against accidents at sea, almost like an amulet, while the dragon originally meant that a sailor had served in China. Less common tattoos, but rich in meaning for those who had served in the Navy, included the cannon, which represented active service during combat, while crossed sabers symbolized courage and honor in battle. On the other hand, the sea turtle and the god Neptune, Poseidon, Olokun, or Kanaloa were symbols reserved for sailors who had crossed the equator, an event considered a rite of passage in a sailor's life. Neptune, god of the seas, ensured protection over the waters of the sea, while the turtle symbolized wisdom, experience, or protection. Born during World War II, this symbol often appeared on the bodies of American sailors. These tattoos indicated that someone had served in Hawaii or had sailed to those beautiful Pacific islands, an indelible reminder of distant adventures and a spirit of exploration. These symbols were considered amulets against drowning, as it was believed that since these animals were transported in floating crates during sea voyages, they would bring luck and protection to sailors in case of shipwreck. These words served as reminders and good luck charms, helping them keep a firm grip on the ropes during storms, a symbol of strength and determination to face courage in every challenge. Today, sailor tattoos have gone beyond the strictly nautical context, becoming universal symbols of adventure, freedom, and connection with nature. They're no longer just for sailors, but for anyone who wants to carry the spirit of the sea with them. However, for many sailors and yachtsmen, and even for me as a cruiser, they still retain their original meaning. Wearing one of these symbols, like the anchor, is like carrying a piece of the tradition and heritage of the sea with you. The ones I talked about in today's video are just some of the most well-known symbols, but I'm sure there are many more out there. If you have any in mind, share them in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, as always, leave a like, subscribe to the HiNelson Academy channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss future content. That's all for today, and as always, fair winds, not too little, not too much, but just right.